demonstrate for you today an activity that we had planned that we're going to do. I'm not going to actually do it, but I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. Okay, so what this activity is, and I'm going to start you from the very beginning. No explanation. When you get ready to start your animal adaptation unit, take and show your kids a Wuzzles cartoon. They're found on YouTube. They're only about 19 minutes long. And before you do the Wuzzles cartoon, tell your kids, hey, we're getting ready to start a new unit on animal adaptations. Some of the kids will probably know a little bit about it. They may not know much. So watch the Wuzzles episode, and then after the episode, ask the kids, what were the characters like? Can you describe them? Why are they the Wuzzles? What makes them a Wuzzle? And they'll quickly be able to tell you the characters like Ellaroo. She's an elephant and a kangaroo. And then you say, okay, well, what characteristics does the elephant and the kangaroo have that made up Ellaroo? And so then they'll talk about the trunk from the elephant. They'll talk about the pouch from the kangaroo. So then you kind of get them thinking about it. So then you tell them, today you're going to take and create your own Wuzzle character. And you go through the different characteristics that an animal must have. They have to have some way that they can see. They have to have some way that they can get oxygen. They have to have a piece that they can eat through. You talk about they've got to have some way to move. Talk about their coloring of their body. How do they hear? You talk about their body structure, like are they long and skinny like a worm? Are they fat? Are they round? Just all these different characteristics that make up an animal. And you can let the kids be as creative as they want to. They can pick two animals, merge them together. For some of your reluctant children that can't come up with an idea, you can actually give them two animals and say, figure out how would you put these two animals together to create a Wuzzle. After they think about it for a while, have them do some scientific drawings. Have them look at the two animals that they've chosen, incorporate some different aspects, some different characteristics from each animal, put it in their scientific drawing. Let the kids share their drawing in the classroom. After they do their drawing and they're pretty comfortable with how they want their character to look, that's when the fun part comes. We're going to give you guys some air dry clay, big box of it. We're going to give you some materials that you can use, some little baggies of different kinds of things they can stick on their animals for eyes, nose, mouth, whatever. And we're going to give you some other kind of random, like arts and crafts things, pipe cleaners, pom-poms. You can use recycled materials. You can use newspaper. You can use tin foil, just whatever that you have available. But like I said, we're going to give you some supplies to do. Let the kids make their Wuzzles. Okay, during your entire science unit, let your kids have their Wuzzle out with them. Every time you learn a new concept, for example, like when you talk about locomotion, have the children look at their Wuzzle and make a note. How does my Wuzzle, what's his mode of transportation? How's his locomotion? When you talk about body structures, when you talk about camouflage, any of those things, have them make notes and keep up. So at the end of your unit, they will be able to describe completely the characteristics of the Wuzzle that they created. Now also, because we like to incorporate language arts with our science unit, during this unit, you can periodically, because we're going to have rainy days or just whatever, show them another episode of the Wuzzles. Let them kind of get a feel for the characters and the different scenarios. Then let the kids do some creative writing. Since they're kind of be familiar with their fellow classmates' Wuzzles, they can incorporate their fellow classmates' Wuzzles into their creative writing stories. You could tell them, you could put them together in a group. You could use their Rocket book, and they could write an episode featuring 2 or 3 of the Wuzzle characters. So once again, this is animal adaptations. It's something that you can do at the very beginning of the unit to introduce the animal adaptation unit. It's something that you can use throughout the unit because they'll be making notes. They can learn vocabulary. And if they come to a concept that they're learning, you can always give them the opportunity to go back and redesign their WUSL. So that's the animal adaptation.